Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I had a video mentioning an article coming from Germany actually, and they were talking about the chief military general over there, Zund, something like this, and he was talking about the Russians being capable of opening a second front if necessary. And he also stated that the Russians have the military ability to have a prolonged war with no problems, having missiles, rockets and projectiles. He was saying that there's no sign that they will be depleted soon. And now there are some developments in the Black Sea. As you know, the Ukrainians are conducting this counter-offensive and in the south and the north. And in the north, it seems like they have the Ukrainians have some success. The Russians are pulling back, retreating, however you want to call it. Retreat, that's how it's called, pull back, and regroup. Now the Russians, it seems like they're going to do something in the south, maybe to divert the attention of the Ukrainians, which could be an encirclement if they go south towards Odessa. And how do they do that? They use the Black Sea. So they say, hey, Black Sea, go over there and invade. No, they bring certain kind of ships over there, which could indicate a plan to go south, from south north, going north. So this article comes from the New Voice of Ukraine, September 12, 2022. And this is the title: 4 large landing ships step up Russia's military presence in Black Sea. So a landing ship is a ship that obviously carries equipment and personnel and obviously comes to the shore, drops everything over there, and from there you advance if you're able. Obviously if you're able to land as well. So why would they do this, and where do or can we think about landing? Not we, they, we think. So 4 large landing ships, in addition to the aforementioned fleet, have ramped up the Russian presence in those waters. OC South adding that the addition of the landing craft is a new development. They had them in the Black Sea. I think they have about 5. 1 was out of commission. So there were 4. And these 4, it seems like they are ready to go, according to these guys. So according to military forecasts, due to a storm over the Black Sea, the enemy landing forces, despite its quantitative presence, will be qualitatively unable to carry out absurd tasks. All right, what will be an absurd task? Possibly a reference to rumors early in the full-scale invasion that Russia had wanted to conduct an amphibious assault of the port city of Odessa. Well, I think that's a good plan, but we'll find out. Army Command noted that there is still a danger of shelling in coastal waters and in some coastal areas. So so their ships step up presence. That means they are bringing something. Step up, that means they bring those things. Obviously landing ships I already mentioned, and it's really obvious what they are used for. And would this make sense in a strategic, from a strategic point of view? Well, if you look at the map, and if you're familiar with the map of Ukraine and the geography over there with the Black Sea, with Moldova, Romania, Russia, Crimea, and obviously Ukraine, you will realize that Odessa is in the southern part of Ukraine by the Black Sea port. It has, like, in the northwest it has Moldova, in the west it has Romania if you go sometime, south obviously is Black Sea, and east it has Ukraine until you go to the Dnieper River, and then it has Crimea past that. You got Mykolaiv over there in the east of Odessa, quite a distance. So if the Ukrainians started the counteroffensive in the south, which is in that area about going to Crimea, and I think it's below Mykolaiv, so south of Mykolaiv is that the corridor over there, trying to probably reach Crimea, and the other forces are in the north. So that's in between. There's nothing that the Ukrainians are doing. Now, I don't know if the Ukrainians are trying to go south and north and then meet, or they just, I don't know how far they're going to go, because they don't go with the whole front. They just broke the front here, broke the front there. And what are they going to do? Where are they going to stop? They hope that a whole front is going to move there. Obviously, if you have two broken fronts, the Russians in the middle cannot stay there unless they go and try to encircle the other way around. Otherwise, they will be encircled by the two fronts, north and south. They will meet behind them, and all these guys will be encircled unless they have the capability and they hold the front here and they can go around behind the troops, Ukrainian troops. That's another tactic that they can do. Or in the south, as you have in the south, they start in the south of counteroffensive, and the Russians, let's say they have the north, the middle, nothing in the middle, and the north. The guys in the middle, if they're able to go around like this and go south, and from the south, from the sea, they can go up, this counterattack, the Ukrainian counterattack, will stall because they will be afraid to be encircled from the middle of the front and from the south, from the sea. If the Russians have the military power, that means, the infantry and all that, you can just bomb them and so on. I mean, you can continue doing that, but you have to go encircling. You do it with people. You don't do it with shells, obviously. So if they try to do this, would stall the southern offensive because they can't advance too much. They have to be careful to secure their southern flank and the back in case the Russians are landing behind them. In between, let's say, Odessa and the counteroffensive. If they go in between, then these guys, they are in a counteroffensive going towards Crimea in the south, from west towards east, they're done. They have to stop, turn around, and secure their perimeter so they don't get attacked from behind or from the right flank. So I don't know. It's tricky. The fact that the Ukrainians reported this as, oh, those guys have landing ships over there, and there are 4 of them, and they also have their caliber missile warships available. It's very possible that they will just open another front in the south behind these troops, or simply attack Odessa. And then what are they going to do? I'm pretty sure the Ukrainians mobilize a lot of forces from wherever they had them available towards the counteroffensive. So that means they must have depleted something in other areas. Now, if it's all about manpower in this, firepower obviously, and manpower, but manpower, if you're able to break from the south into Odessa, then the counterattack is going to be done, the counteroffensive. If you're going to go and meet this kind of, the guys in the middle, south, north, in the middle, if they're able to break down, the guys come from behind, they're going to encircle those guys. But everything is about heart, and you know what I mean. All right, well, we'll see how things will develop over there in the Black Sea, and we'll see if what I said will materialize. It all depends, as I said, on the manpower. If they have troops. If they don't have troops, just secure the positions and try to, with the firepower, keep them away from you, from advancing. That's all you can do. And if you don't have shells, then say bye-bye, we're going home, and probably use nuclear weapons to stop them wherever they are. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.